sweet, heartfelt, genuine compliments are so rare. But why? First of all, Crystal, why are we talking about compliments? Well, so glad you asked. It's a really easy way into creating connection with people. And if we're going to be cultivating community, that requires us to get outside of our comfort zone to actually talk to people. And saying something nice is, well, a great starting point. No, but seriously, does a compliment come to mind that just had you soaring? It just made your day. It was so unexpected, and you felt just so like seen and acknowledged from a total perfect stranger. These really don't happen very often, but what if they could happen more often for us in our ability to actually give them? Here's the best and worst thing about compliments. They require your vulnerability. You have to put yourself out there. And we could wait till the end of time to hopefully maybe get a good compliment, let alone one at all. Or we could be the ones to be doling out the great compliments. And hear me when I say, I'm right there with you with all the reasons why this whole idea as a practice makes me so nervous. Let's just think about it for a second of the worst compliments maybe you've given or the worst compliments you've gotten versus the best that you've ever given and the best that you've gotten. The worst compliments that I've ever been given are the ones where like, it's just awkward. Like they don't know what to do with something nice coming their way, or they didn't hear me and it just goes right past them and it just like hangs awkwardly in the air between us. Or even worse, they shot it down in some self-deprecating, oh no, and they just swatted it away. Some of the worst compliments I've received include just the generic, mindless, almost like tropes of compliments. Usually they're like gender-based or like societal, culturally based of like typical things that you say if you get married or if you're engaged or if you're like in the age of supposed to be having children. It's not it. And part of what's not it about that is you're not actually seeing me. You're not actually connecting with me. You're just overlaying some societal, cultural blanket over me to make you what you want me to be. And meanwhile, it has nothing to do with me. Now, conversely, the best compliments, pure magic. Oh, I love when I give great compliments and somebody's just like, oh my God. They're just like stunned that I see them or that they notice that one small thing that totally made their day. And on the receiving end, same. I feel so great. When it comes to compliments or just connecting with people that we don't know in general, a world divided is a world isolated. And that, my friend, is how the powers that be want us. We are easily controlled, we are easily manipulated, and the best way to take care of each other is to actually look out for each other and connect with each other, whether we know each other or not. And a compliment is, in its simplest form, a way in to conversation. We may find that we don't actually want to converse beyond the compliment with somebody. That's okay. That is human. That's allowed. Oh, but in those magical moments where it opens up a whole new connection or a whole new friendship or a whole new avenue to some organization that you've literally just been at night thinking about and hoping would come into your world, boom, would not have happened if you weren't available for that moment of connection. So here's what we're going to do. Number one, when it comes to compliments, we are going to embrace the weird and awkward. Before we even think of branching out of our comfort zone, we need to be prepared for dun 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 that things might get weird or awkward or cringe. Y'all, I don't know about you, but I'm awkward as hell when it comes down to it. I've just embraced it. I've had to. If I want to create connection with people, I literally just expect that there's going to be a moment of weird or awkward or cringe that happens. And my best antidote for it is to laugh at it. Seriously, I actually think that humans at their baseline are so weird. Seriously. I think we rely so much more on social norms than we actually realize that without knowing how to interact, what to reply with, what's appropriate, what's not, what's politically correct, what's not. These are all these like social buffers that we run into that help us have these smoother interactions. But imagine if those were not there. Shit would get so weird so fast, in great ways, but also in not great ways. So it's a blessing, but it's also a curse sometimes. It can be a bit of a limitation. So if you're thinking, there's no way I could compliment somebody, there's no way, I feel so uncomfortable and so awkward when somebody compliments me, just know that that's completely valid and so much more normal than you think it is. And it's really not that bad when you know going into it that this might get weird and this might get a little awkward. But at the end of the day, if you're willing to laugh at yourself, then it ends up being a win. Okay, so we embrace the weird and the awkward. Now, what makes a compliment really stand out is your ability to really drop into your body and connect with your heart. That might sound cheesy right out the gate, but hear me out. Between you and me, if you're gonna compliment somebody, don't you dare hold back. Don't do it. Do not hold back. Meaning, we can sometimes go for the more like generic versus the genuine full-bodied energy behind a compliment because we're afraid we're gonna be too much, or we're gonna scare them off, or frankly, it's just uncomfortable. But there's a difference between cute shirt and, oh my God, I just have to tell you, that color on you is so your color. It really is. It is, you are radiant. I hope it brings you some good luck today because you are beaming with eye contact, full presence, and really good energy behind it. Want to know if you did it well? Well, you're probably buzzing and you're probably feeling really great that you didn't hold back and let the moment pass forever. You might even feel a little proud of yourself. Just saying. Okay, so here's how you can do this. If you're more experienced in complimenting people, you can do little things to make sure that you're in your body and connected to your heart, like tapping your heart. You can just tap your heart center, your chest. You can take a deep breath. And maybe this is like before you go into a store or before you leave your house for the day. Or you can take a moment of feeling your feet on the floor and then decide that you're going to be available for these types of interactions during the day. And then when you find yourself in that moment, it's going to flow from you so easily. For those of us that are newer to complimenting, all you got to do is intend at the beginning of the day on giving just one sincere compliment that day. Now, the difference maker is to be internally available for the opportunity. So if you're just shut down and kind of listening to stuff or just distracted in the moment, you're not going to really be available for the opportunity to come. So sometimes this requires maybe not having anything in your ears and just being a bit more present in the moment. Some other things that help you to be in your body throughout the day so that whenever that opportunity comes, you're going to be ready for it. There's some easy practices that I like to do to just really get me into my body, like really down in here. A great one is, of course, deep breaths. Just letting that energy kind of settle out of my head and spread through the rest of my body. Other great ways to do this include butterfly tapping, which is a somatic practice. You can just bring your hands across your chest and just slowly tap your shoulders at any cadence that feels like restorative and restful. Sometimes it can be a bit faster, other times it can be just, you can kind of feel that downshift that happens. Another somatic exercise, this is a vagus nerve stimulating exercise, which is just to move your eyes right, left, until you feel a yawn. For me, it's usually a yawn, as you can tell, or a deep breath, or you can kind of just like feel your body let go. And this is your nervous system switching from sympathetic active mode, go, 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 to parasympathetic rest and digest. When it comes to connecting with people, we are better at connecting when we're in that parasympathetic mode because our body and brain is getting cues that we're safe, that we're relaxed. Oh, we can kind of just let go and be a bit more ourselves. The first time or first few times that you might do this, you definitely might be in sympathetic as your nervous system is getting used to this kind of exercise. But just know that that is okay and you can still create amazing connection there. This way, if you sprinkle these practices throughout your day, just as ways to get into your body and connect to your heart, when these moments pop up where you can pay somebody a lovely compliment, you can trust yourself in that moment and really go for that moment of connection. And remember, practice makes better. There is no perfect when it comes to this. All that matters is that heartfelt connection and giving yourself a chance to really offer something sweet to somebody. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is so important. I really want you to hear me when I say this. How the person receives the compliment is none of your business. And I want you to be honest, do you do this too? Do you ever notice that when a compliment hits the airwaves, it's this socially conditioned thing that we've learned to do, which is to deflect, self-deprecate, or minimize what it is that this person is trying to say about us. Some examples, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I love your hair. Oh my gosh, I hate it, but thanks. God, you throw a great party. Oh my God, really? I was so stressed. Food ran out and people left early, but like, thanks. Or, God, your talk was incredible. I'm so inspired. Oh my God, seriously, I messed up so many times, but thanks. Do you see this pattern of like taking it down and then like stamping a like obligatory thank you on it? Here's some big sister advice for you. It is okay to take up space, and it is okay to say thank you. If you do this and it's just something you learn to do, please work on this. And it's as simple as replacing the deprecation or the deflection with, oh my gosh, wow, thank you. Just work on saying thank you. That's it. Just thank you. No more. Now, if you encounter this in somebody else, I encourage you, don't feed into it. Don't commiserate with whatever like mean or harsh thing that they said about themselves. And if they deflect it, just notice it. And I've made a practice of reinforcing what I was saying or repeating it so that they get another chance to receive it. And here's the thing. What that person does with the compliment truly is actually none of your business. And it has nothing to do with you. I always liken this kind of thing to imagine prepping the most beautiful, amazing gift for Christmas for somebody. You have literally been thinking about this for months. You did extra things to make sure that it was just perfect for them. You've been looking forward to giving it to them. It's just, you know that they're gonna love it. And then when the moment comes that you give them the gift, they're like, oh, no thanks, you can keep it. And you're just like, what? Compliments are kind of the same thing. But at the end of the day, what matters is that energetic exchange of the love and the care that you extend this person's way. But if they're not willing to or capable, because sometimes people are just not able to receive this kind of care and love for themselves, if they're not able to take that gift in the form of a compliment and take it in and appreciate that you just saw them in this really meaningful, heartfelt way, just know that that has nothing to do with you, and you can just kind of leave that love with them and move on with your day. And if you are feeling gutsy and want to reinforce what you're saying, sometimes it can sound something like, well, I couldn't not celebrate you. You were amazing and you deserve it. Or, well, I think you're amazing and I hope you can take it in at some point because you are truly so incredible on stage. I hope that this video makes you a little braver to connect with people that you may not know yet, because you never know what that compliment will do for them or where that opening and conversation might lead you. We just never know, and sometimes we have to go first in order to find out. So get out there, go give some compliments. Remember to embrace the weird and awkward, to drop into your body and heart, and whether they can receive your compliment or not is none of your business. Send them on their way, hopefully uplifted and cared for in a new way at a new level by a stranger. See you next time, love. Bye.